Monkey D. Dragon, timid leader or strategic leader? Let's talk about him. So loading. Hello, everyone, sound on. Welcome to the spoiler-filled channel. Before we dive into the content of this video, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss out whenever there are new videos around here. Without further ado, let's get into the content of this video. Monkey D. Dragon is one of the most hyped names in all of One Piece. Many are eagerly anticipating Luffy's father's actions. However, after chapter 1098, Dragon is being criticized. Many people are questioning the passivity of Luffy's father and the leader of the Revolutionary Army. According to his critics, he knew where Ginny was, and yet he didn't even attempt to save her since she became the wife of a Tenryubito, and of course, the location could only be Mary Geo's. In addition to this critique, let's look at other criticisms raised against him. Morley was captured at some point in his life. He escaped alone without Dragon's help. Ivankov was captured. He escaped alone without Dragon's help. He allowed Kuma to be used as a government lab rat and lose his consciousness. He doesn't trust Sabo, his current number 2. He suspected that Sabo had killed Cobra. So, is Dragon a weak and timid leader or not? First, let's talk about whether Dragon cares or not. In chapter 552, Ivankov still thought that Ace was Dragon's son. At that moment, Ivankov believed that Dragon might show up to rescue his son. Ivankov said the following on that occasion. "We passed through the gate, now I'm worried whether your father will show up or not." Well, I find it hard to believe that Dragon would do nothing when his own son is about to be executed. Remember that Ivankov knows Dragon very well, and by saying this, Ivankov knows that Dragon could show up. However, the uncertainty of it is what sets Dragon apart from Luffy. If it were Luffy, Ivankov would be certain. Because he's a Monkey D, many expected Dragon to have the same drive as Luffy and Garp. Remember that Luffy declared war on the world government at Enies Lobby, and he wanted to go save Vivi immediately after hearing that she had disappeared. The same goes for Garp, who entered a Yonka's territory to save Kobe. So why didn't Dragon do the same? Well, the answer is Dragon is not as impulsive as Luffy and Garp, and his mission is much grander than both of theirs. Let me explain. Despite Luffy being the one who will bring about the biggest change in the world in general, he doesn't even know it. He doesn't know what kind of change he'll bring. He just wants to be the Pirate King, fulfilling a personal dream. Yes, I know he has a bigger dream, which we don't know yet, but I believe Luffy himself doesn't base this dream on an actual change in the world. That's why Luffy can afford to die trying. Garp, on the other hand, went even further. He went to Marineford knowing that his chances of survival were much lower than his chances of dying. He was truly going to trade his life for Kobe's, a lesson he carries: an old man's life is worth less than a young man's life. So, for Garp, saving Kobe meant much more than staying alive. Dragon, however, is very different. Dragon has a mission to truly overthrow the oppressive system of the world government. He knows the world is unjust, and in this regard, I place his morals above Garp's own because he is trying to do something to change it. And Dragon knows that he is the foundation of this revolution, this change. That's why dying at this moment is the worst thing that could happen. Dragon doesn't live for a personal dream, but Dragon lives for a change for everyone, and that's why his life is not just his own. Dragon knows that Mary Geo's is guarded not only by admirals but also by the Sacred Cavaliers. That's why he personally intervened, and dying would be a fatal blow to the revolution and the absolute condemnation of today's slaves. Luffy fights for a dream. Garp fights for a succession. Dragon fights for everyone's freedom. That's why dying on a suicide mission at this moment would be the worst choice Dragon could make. And those who criticize Dragon should also criticize Zoro, who had the same reasoning when Luffy wanted to invade Mary Geo's. To conclude, let's take, for example, Whitebeard invading Marineford to save Ace. The result of that was Whitebeard dead, Ace dead, several pirates dead, and Whitebeard's crew disbanded. Perhaps this would have happened with the Revolutionary Army in an attempt to rescue Ginny. Well, having said that, I don't blame those who were angry with Dragon's actions, nor do I blame those who see him not taking action in Ginny's case, diminishing the admiration I had for the character, but understanding his narrative is the best choice here. Dragon seems to be the most different Monkey D of the three. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell. Until next time, thank you.